Francine, and you're watching Cooking with the Queen. In part one of this two-part series, we made my world-famous meatballs. If you have not seen that yet, please go back and watch that first, because this is the second part. We're gonna make the gravy, okay? And the first thing you need to do when making this gravy is you need to have plenty of garlic and some onion, okay? I use a lot of garlic. I make enough gravy for 2 servings. What I do is I serve half of it on the day I make it, the other half I freeze. That way next week when I want some gravy, I just take it out and defrost it. So I do use a lot of garlic. Some people might like less, you might like more. This is pretty much what I use, okay? So basically, I'm gonna put it in this little tiny food processor. You just need to give it a little bit of a rough cut. Doesn't really have to be chopped, okay? And you actually probably don't even have to cut it. I just cut it up a little bit and get the ends off. And then we're gonna put the garlic and the onion together, and it won't be a paste, but it's going to finely chop everything up. So I just cut it up a little bit. Okay, just a really rough chop. And then we're gonna put it in this mini food processor. Runaway garlic. Here we go. Okay, so I got everything in there. Okay, I just scrape the sides and I'll chop it one more time just to make sure any bigger pieces are chopped. Okay, so when you're done, it looks like this. And what you're gonna do with this is you're gonna take it and put it inside your bowl, or not your bowl, your pot. Your pot. You're gonna put it inside your pot with some of that oil that we had left over from the meatballs. So give me a minute and we're gonna come right back. Okay guys, we're back. So I have my pot on the stove. I have it on medium to low heat right now. Don't want it too hot, because then it's gonna bubble and the oil's gonna hit you in the face, and that's not a good thing. Believe me, I have a bacon foot, if you guys remember that catastrophe. So yeah, let's take some of the oil that we used, and we're just gonna coat the bottom of the pan. And it's okay to get those meat pieces in there, because that gives you a lot of flavor. Okay, so you want to coat the whole bottom of the pan or your pot. I'll just put a little bit more. Okay, that's good. Next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take, I use a baby spoon from when my kids were little, because I can really get in and get all of this good onion and garlic out of here. So you're going to get in and you're just going to put it in your pot, and you're going to saute this in the oil from the meatballs. And the flavor is tremendous. Okay. Trying to get every little bit out that I can. Okay. Take a spoon. I start, yep, I'm hearing it sizzle, which is good. So you're just going to start to move it around in your pan so it doesn't burn. Oh, the smell is so good, guys. It smells so good. Okay. Like I said, you're going to saute it 1 to 2 minutes. The oil gets the flavor of the garlic and the onion. And your whole house smells like Olive Garden, but real Italian. Although I do like Olive Garden and I'm Italian. I don't know. That place gets so much hate. But I will say that my food is better, I think. Okay. So once that incorporates, what I do for flavor, extra flavor, is I take a piece of sausage. Okay, this is sweet Italian sausage. You could use hot, spicy, whatever you like. I put it in. And I start to fry up the sausage in with the garlic and the onion. Okay. I do that for maybe 2 to 3 minutes. I slice it open just so the flavor comes out a little more. You can poke holes in it, whatever you think works for you. Everybody has their own method. And again, don't put the heat super high because you're going to burn your garlic and onion mixture. You don't want to do that. Okay? Now, while that's frying up, over here, I have 3 cans of crushed tomato, 1 can of tomato paste, and 1 can of tomato sauce. What I do to cut the acidity in the crushed tomatoes is I put some sugar in it. And it works really well. So just put a little bit of sugar in one of the cans. Okay? And the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to add your paste. So we're going to take that baby spoon again because the paste is really hard to get out. It's very thick. Okay, so here's the paste. We're just going to put it in there. Oh, it smells so good. I'm so hungry. It's lunchtime. And I haven't eaten anything today. I'm going to eat well this evening for sure. Okay. Alright, so I got as much paste as I can get out. And you want to move the paste around with the garlic and the onion. You're still browning your sausage. And if you like sausage, you can put more than 1 piece. My family doesn't really like it that much, so we're heavy on the meatballs, easy on the sausage, but it does give really good flavor. But you can always, when you're frying up your meatballs, you could always fry up some sausage as well. Okay, so now I'm going to add the tomato sauce. And again, it's 1 small can of sauce. I'm just going to pour it in there and blend it in with your paste and your garlic and your onion mixture. Okay? There we go. Then you're going to take your 3 cans, and again, this is going to make 2 servings. So it's going to seem like a lot. If you are just 1 or 2 people, you can always cut it down to half. But I have 5 people in my family, so I like to make a batch to eat today, and then a batch to eat for next week. And it's plenty for 2 servings. Okay, so I'm going to get my crushed tomatoes. Carefully pour them in because it can bounce back on you. I've ruined many a shirt because it just was bubbling and it got all over me. So you want to put it in gently. That was one. Here's number two. Okay. We got one more. All right. So you have the 3 cans of crushed tomato, and I also add a half of a can of water. I'm going to just use one of these cans and I'm going to fill it up halfway, because I don't like my gravy super duper thick, and this will cut it down a little bit. So I add a little bit of water. Okay. And we just want to stir it and incorporate everything together. And then we're going to add some spice to it. I know we have the garlic and the onion, but we need a little more spice. So we're basically going to use the stuff that we used for the meatballs. I have some parsley I'm going to add. And you could go ahead because there's a lot in there. So don't be scared. Have some basil. Okay. I'm not going to do the garlic salt because I have fresh. So I'm going to do the oregano. So I'm not going to do the chopped onion, and I'm not going to do the garlic salt for this because, like I said, we have garlic and onion in there fresh. Okay, so there's some oregano. And I do have 3 bay leaves that I'm going to put in. And I think anyone who makes fresh gravy or sauce, if you don't have meat in it, can agree with me that not finding the bay leaf is hell. I look for it. I usually find 2 out of 3, and then someone else finds the 3rd. Okay, so we're going to just get all those spices incorporated. And then we're going to add our meatballs. And like I said, the meatballs are going to finish cooking in the gravy. And we're going to cook this for approximately 2 hours. And what you can do is, if you make it early in the day, you could just turn it off and then put it back on later on when you're ready to eat. You could just heat it up. So I'm not going to put all 18 in. Are you going to eat meatballs? Mm-hmm. Okay. So my husband usually eats 4. And then my daughter's going to eat 2. And 1, and 1, and 1. And there we go. We're going to get a lid. And push those meatballs down. They're cooking. And that's it, guys. 2 hours. Pick your favorite pasta. Boil some water, throw those babies in, and you have your meal for this evening. You're going to put a lid, just keep it cracked a little bit to let some of the heat out. But that's it. That's all I do. It's delicious. It's healthy. And I think you're going to love it. Leave in the comments what you think. Have you cooked this before? What do you do different? I would like to know. Please like, subscribe, ring my bell so you'll know when we do new videos. You'll get the notification. And also, I'm planning to go live soon, so you want to ring that bell. Thank you so much. I love you guys. And until next time, this was Cooking with the Queen.